What if the 400-meter hurdles is not about surviving the barriers, but about turning them into an advantage? In this video, we break down how Femke Bol transforms one of the most demanding events in athletics into a controlled, almost calculated performance. Instead of reacting to pressure, she builds momentum, using rhythm and precision to dictate the race from the inside. We go deep into the structure of her run, analyzing how the early phase sets up everything that follows, how her stride pattern stays intact under fatigue, and why her final 150 meters looks stronger when others are already fading. You will also see how experienced athletes like Dalilah Muhammad approach the same race differently, and where the decisive gap is created. This is not just a race recap, but a technical breakdown of what modern elite hurdling really looks like.
Moa Granat, bare 20 år gammel, junior-europamester på distansen fra 2 år tilbake. Slo pers på onsdag, dagen før Bislett Games. Da var det bare 300 deler svakere enn det Jul løp på Bislett, så kan bli en nordisk duell her. Men Jul må time løpet sitt bedre enn hun gjorde. Og da skal vi merke oss et par tider. Ser ikke lett i fra Tyskland innerst der. Vært nære pers mange ganger i år, har 54,86 som pers. Men Jul har pers på 54,68. VM-kravet er 54,65. Årsbeste 54,80. Det er de viktige tallene.
Femke Bol, en sann Stockholmsvenn, har vunnet 400 meter hekk på Diamond League-stevne i Stockholm de 4 siste gangene. Det har vært arrangert gårs for sin 5. strake seier i Diamond League på Stockholm stadion. Dalilah Muhammad og Femke Bol, 2 av de 4 i verden som har personlig rekord under 52 sekunder på distansen.
24-25 grader, det er bra, men det har vært litt vind i formiddags- og ettermiddagstimene. Hvordan er det akkurat nå?
Nei, det er roligere nå, spesielt ned i siste sving, så er det mindre fart i flagget. Får håpe det holder seg.
Jul har fått bane 2, kan være en liten utfordring.
Arte.
Skal få den offisielle tiden etter hvert. Gianna Woodruff, 53,99. Får se 53-tallet for første gang i år på 3. plass. Keleti og Amalie Juel. Keleti får 54,79. Amalie Juel får da ikke pers, men 54,84. 400 fra årsbeste og 1900 fra VM-kravet.
Ja, nytt solid løp og en 5. plass her gir greit med rankingpoeng.
Reiser jo litt kjæringa fra det som skjedde på Bislett.
Ja, et godt disponert løp og vel gjennomført i en vanskelig bane. Ikke noen fordel å ha bane 2.
Jeg titter ned på banen her, og smilet er mye bredere enn det var etter løpet på Bislett. Titter opp på resultatlista og konstaterer at nå begynner de å få så mye rankingpoeng at den VM-plassen kommer nok uansett.
Femke Bol, altså. Stevnerekord og 52,11. Det er et nytt rått løp av nederlandske jenter.
Fra en stjerne til en annen. Kanskje den største stjernen på Stockholm stadion, i og med at han er svensk.
The race truly began to separate after the 5th hurdle, where the early aggression from Gianna Woodruff started to carry a cost. Her quick opening had stretched the field, but it also forced a slight tightening in her stride pattern as she approached the back straight. That is often where the 400-meter hurdles punishes even the smallest inefficiency. And in this case, it allowed the more controlled athletes to begin closing the gap. Dalilah Muhammad remained technically excellent through this phase, maintaining her trademark fluidity over the barriers. Her stride frequency stayed consistent, and she avoided the stutter steps that often appear under pressure. However, the race was no longer about clean execution alone. It was about who could maintain rhythm while increasing speed. And that is where Femke Bol separated herself from the field. Bol's transition between hurdles 6 and 8 was decisive. Instead of reacting to the athletes around her, she increased cadence while preserving stride length, a rare combination at this stage of the race. Her posture remained upright, hips high, and her lead leg attack stayed direct without any visible hesitation. This is the hallmark of elite hurdling at its highest level, when the barriers no longer disrupt momentum but become integrated into the sprint pattern. By the 7th hurdle, Bol had effectively neutralized the early advantage of Woodruff and drawn level with Muhammad. The difference was in energy distribution. While others were beginning to fight the race, Bol was still running within herself, her mechanics intact and her rhythm unchanged. This allowed her to make what looked like a controlled move, but was in reality a decisive acceleration that broke the race open. The final bend confirmed the hierarchy. Muhammad continued to compete strongly, holding form better than most in the field, but she could not match the change of pace. Woodruff, after her aggressive start, began to fade slightly as the lactate load increased and the precision between barriers became harder to maintain. Meanwhile, Bol executed the curve with exceptional efficiency, leaning subtly into the turn while keeping her stride pattern consistent. Over the 9th hurdle, the race was effectively decided. Bol attacked the barrier with the same technical clarity she had shown earlier, while others showed small signs of fatigue, slightly lower knee lift, marginally delayed takeoff points. At this level, those details are the difference between maintaining speed and losing it. The run-in to the 10th hurdle highlighted Bol's superiority even further. Instead of tightening up, she opened her stride, covering ground with minimal wasted motion. Her trail leg snapped through quickly, and her landing phase set up an immediate re-acceleration. This ability to regain sprint mechanics after each barrier is what defines her as the current benchmark in the event. In the final straight, the contrast became visual. While the rest of the field was battling fatigue, Bol was still extending, driving her knees and maintaining forward projection. Her head remained steady, her arm action controlled, and her stride symmetrical. It was not just a win, it was a demonstration of how the modern 400 meters hurdles is mastered. Muhammad held on for a strong finish, showing why her experience and technical foundation still keep her competitive at the highest level. Woodruff's early commitment secured her position, but also exposed the limits of an aggressive, front-loaded strategy against an athlete with superior distribution. This race reinforced a clear conclusion. The women's 400 meters hurdles is no longer decided purely by speed or even by hurdle technique in isolation. It is decided by the ability to combine rhythm, efficiency, and controlled aggression across all 10 barriers. In that complete skill set, Femke Bol currently stands above the rest. What makes her dominance particularly striking is not just that she wins, but how she wins. There is no visible panic, no breakdown in structure, no compromise in rhythm. Every phase of the race connects seamlessly to the next, turning what should be a physically chaotic event into something that looks almost calculated. At the highest level of athletics, margins are often minimal. In this race, however, the margin came from execution rather than raw time. And in execution, Bol delivered a performance that once again defined the standard for the event moving forward.